Hello, it's Ash and welcome back to my channel. Now this is going to be a daily mobility session for runners, so we're going to get a little bit of movement and stretching going on, but we're going to move through the joints and body, get the body nice and ready for the rest of your day. But it's really important that we can use this on the morning of a run, but we don't use this as an actual pre-run session because it's not really going to get your heart rate elevated enough. So you could use this before your pre-run warm-up, but don't use it as an actual pre-run session because I know I'll get the questions about that. So it's great for a good stretch and some good mobility. So we're going to come onto your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're going to start working straight into our back. So we're going to round through the back and squeeze the breath out as you do that. Think about arching the back as much as you can, and then press the belly to the floor and breathe in and lift the chin up nice and slowly. So you're trying to move as many of your vertebrae in your spine as you can. Okay, and then you round in through the back and squeeze the breath out as you push the belly button in the middle of the spine up to the sky. Press the belly to the floor. Nice and slowly bring the chin up. Breathing in as you do that. So nice and slowly with your breathing now. In your own inhale and exhale, nice and slow, go through the spine. And see if you can feel any achy, tight spots that might need a little bit more work today. So it's really important as runners we look after our back because we tend to stay in the same posture. There's lots of impact going through our body, and especially if we're a desk worker, we can let the lower back muscles get a bit soft and a bit slack, so to speak. Get a bit not strong enough, not small and tight enough to keep everything nice and compact in there, and then that's when they can cause issues in the spine, in the discs. So if we keep everything strong, it's going to help our back out. So coming back to the centre now, just have a little bit of a wiggle around, look over the left shoulder, look over the right shoulder. So for me personally, as we just go left and right and do this, I've been increasing my mileage as I'm training for an ultramarathon. And as I'm getting into like 4 or 5 hours of running and then finishing, I can start to feel my lower back a lot more just from, again, just repetition and the volume that I'm doing. So you have to sort of counter that. And then obviously if you're sitting at your laptop, I go sit on my laptop and do some of my work as well. So we have to counter that. We have to make sure we're looking after our spine to counter the work that we do through our running and our day-to-day living. Okay, so last one, and from here what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get a nice thoracic rotation. So all that means is a nice rotation through the middle back area. We're gonna bring the left hand as if we're sort of creating like as if we're sort of almost like a salute to the side of the head, elbow nice and high. We're gonna inhale, and as we do that, we're lifting the elbow up to the sky, open up the left side of the chest. That's going to twist into the spine. You're going to feel it from the ribs going all the way through the middle and upper back. As we breathe out, we're going to bring this elbow, left elbow, down towards the right wrist. Okay, get that rotation. Inhale, coming back up, nice and slow. Exhale, coming down with that elbow. If you can, thread the elbow a little bit further through that gap. You'll feel that twist in the middle back. Okay, so nice and slowly in your own inhale and exhale now. Working through that nice rotation. And the right arm is going to get some strength work as well. So that's why it's called mobility. So mobility is basically flexibility and strength working together, working through the range of motion. Last one. And then come back up to the centre, have a little bit of a wiggle, come off the wrists if you need to. So if your wrists are painful, what you can do is you can always try like a neutral grip like this on the fists. That might be more comfortable for your wrists rather than being a real 90-degree angle like that. Okay, right arm comes up, so right hand as if you're saluting to the side of your temple at the right side. Inhale, right elbow lifts up, exhale nice and slowly. Come towards the left wrist to start. Just check how it feels at this side. And then inhale again, nice and slowly coming up. Exhale, and if you can, just thread the elbow that little bit further through the gap this time again. Get that nice rotation. You should feel a twist in the upper and middle back. And you just work through that in your own inhale and exhale. As again, like I mentioned, really important to look after our back health. Okay, one more nice slow inhale. Exhaling, getting that nice rotation. A little bit of a pause, and then come back up. Again, come off the wrists if you need to. And a lot of work on the spine there to start. So just have a little bit of a wiggle around, a little bit of a snake hips and wiggly shoulders, and just feel, can you feel almost looser, more lubricated in the spine? And that's what movement does, it lubricates everything. Gets everything gliding over nice and smoothly. So from here, we're going to get into the shins, the knees and the hips now. So we're going to do a little bit of a rock. So we're going to go hips towards the heels, nice and slowly. Again, if you get pain in the knees or the feet, don't go all the way hips to heels. So go wherever you feel is comfortable. Okay, so from here, now it's as if we're kicking into the mat. We're going to rock forwards nice and smoothly. Slowly come back, hips to heels, kick into the mat, rock forwards. So from here, from the wrists, all the way through the elbows, the shoulders, down through the spine, through the hips, the knees, the ankles, those major joints in the body are all moving here. So actually look and feel all of the movement. Some joints are moving more than others. You can see the knees, depending on how far your hips are going back. So you're working your joints through the range of motion, again, to keep the tissues of your body nice and elastic and healthy. A really good way to start your day if you're starting your day with this. One more, and we're going to work into the toes now. So we're going to tuck the toes under, a really important area again for us runners as we come through toe off position. Our toes should flex at least 30-degree angle. So I know some runners struggle with this. We're going to tuck those big toes under. We're going to go hips to the heels again. If you can't go hips to heels, again, just find the right amount for you. And get that good stretch of the big toe and the arch of the foot. And again, it's push from the toes to rock forwards now. So we're getting that really good connection in the big toe muscles going into the arch of the feet. Again, rocking forwards. Breathe as you do this. Try and keep the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists soft, so you're not sort of locking them out or tensing them up too much. And you should be feeling those toes and the feet stretching, but also strengthening as they kick off. So we want those tissues in the feet to be, again, a little bit more elastic, a little bit more supple, less stiff and tense and sort of stuck. Okay, nice and slowly, last one. And then from here, we're just going to take those knees a couple of steps, a couple of little wiggles back or steps back. We're going to go hips to the heels. So this time, the laces, where the laces will be tops of the feet. We're going to hips to the heels, just stretch the hands out. And then from here, as we come forward, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lunge the hips down, just open into the groin, open into the inner thighs. For me, that's like, oh, that feels so good. After a couple of days after a really, really long run. Have a little bit of a move around, step that left foot back, hips towards the heels, a little bit of a stretch through the arms and shoulders, open up the ribs, come forward, step the right foot, we're alternating sides. Again, lunge the hips down, have a little bit of a wiggle around, move to the left, move forwards and back, breathe, check which side feels tighter, is it this one or the other one? Okay, step that right foot back, let's go. Hips to heels, I'm going to come forwards again with the left foot. Alternating sides. Again, lunge down. Have that little bit of a wiggle around. Stepping back with that left foot, we're going to get a little bit quicker. Hips to heels, step forwards, right foot. Again, a little bit of a play around here, not too long. Step the right foot back, one more time each side, hips to heels, and step the left foot. Again, nice and light. Should feel the body lightening up now. Waking up, step that left foot back, hips to heels, step the right foot forwards. A little bit of a wiggle around. Well done. Hips to heels. Okay, this time as we step, we're going to step the left foot So if you see the gap between the hand and the knee, we're going to roughly step the foot about halfway in line, but it's going to come nice and wide, so about there. And then this time I'm going to walk the hands over to the left and we're going to open into the inner thighs and just feel, as you lunge the hips sort of down, feel that stretch right on the inner thighs. Have a little bit of a relax for the shoulders and the jaw. Have a little bit of a move around again. Keep it dynamic but nice and soft. Always taking that sort of 7 out of 10 mindset. Don't be too aggressive and brutal to the body. Step that left foot back. And then come back hips to heels. So I'm going to have to move them around in the mat here. I've not given myself enough space. I've not planned this properly. Step the right foot in, again in between that gap. Come over to the right side with the hands. Keep the elbows and the shoulders soft. Have a little bit of a move around. Notice again inner thighs. Which side feels tighter? Is it this one or the other side? Okay, one more time each side. Step that foot in. Step that left foot nice and wide. And then point the toes away from the body, lunge over to that side, have a little bit of a breath and move around. Step that foot back in one more time onto the right, hips to heels, step the right foot, point those toes, lean and lunge the weight over. Again, nice and smooth with the breathing, nice and soft with the joints. Step the hips to heels, and then from here we're going to come back into a kneeling position. Again, if you need to, if your wrists are feeling it, you can bring it into that sort of fist position. It brings it into a more neutral position. We're going to step the left foot back, and we're going to work into the calf muscle area now and the Achilles tendon. So slowly start to massage a little rock, like we was doing a moment ago. We was doing a sort of big rock forwards and back. We're going to push into the heel and then release. So push into the toes, then push into the heel. So as you come forward, push the toes to rock forwards, push into the hands to rock into the heel and stretch. Find a 7 out of 10 stretch and you nice and smoothly, again dynamically moving through the body. Keep breathing. Okay, and then step this left foot in, have a little bit of a wiggle around, feel the after effects. Step that right foot back. Again, nice and slow, stretch into the heel and then release. So you're pushing into the hands to really stretch that calf muscle in the heel area, Achilles area, then push into the toes to rock forwards. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders. That's much better for the shoulders and the wrists. And remember to breathe. Notice how everything's starting to feel a lot more awake and alert. Okay, and step that right knee back in. Okay, from here, we're going to walk the elbows out, come down onto the elbows and come down onto the waist. Touch the toes together, just relax the shoulders, lift the head and chest. So squeeze the lower back muscles to really weight those lower back muscles up, and you're going to lift the head up. So you should be nice and active with the lower back muscles if you're lifting the head and chest. And again, remember to breathe. Try not to sort of tense too much with the shoulders. Shoulders should be soft. We're going to do a little bit more back work, lower back work to finish. And then we are ready to start the rest of your day. Okay, we're going to come down nice and slowly. So have a look at the screen for a moment whilst I show you what we're going to do. Hands into that sort of salute position by the side of the temple again. Elbows up nice and high. We're going to squeeze the elbows back and lift the head and chest, so we're really working those lower back muscles. And then we're going to slowly come back down. Forehead can touch the floor. We're going to work through repetitions of that, nice and smooth. So just one more time if you have a look. So we squeeze up. And then slowly release. Try and match the breathing to however it feels comfortable for you, okay? So get ready. And we're going to go squeezing up. A little bit of a pause and squeeze, come back down nice and slow. Try and control it rather than just dropping down. Squeezing up. Slowly come back down. Touch those toes together. My microphone's in a funny place here. Squeeze up. Slowly release. Breathe. Squeeze up. And then release. Try not to hold the breath. Squeeze. And release. Squeeze. And release. Well done. One more. Squeeze and release. Good work. Okay, come back onto the elbows and just feel again the after effects of that work as you have a little bit of a move around, slow your breathing down. So we've gone through every single joint, major joint in the body there. We've worked through it, we've got it moving. We're keeping it again lubricated with the movement, keeping the range of motion. Or trying to improve the range of motion with the work that we do. And stretching's not an immediate sort of benefit. You don't see the immediate benefits from stretching immediately. It's a period of time. It takes 3 to 6 months of consistent practice, so you need to keep showing up for your stretching. And then you just notice, oh, actually, I can get my foot into this position. I can go a little bit deeper here. I can do this. And then before you realise it, your body is a lot more sort of functional. It can move better. It can move more freely without you maybe having to, just make more aches. Those noises and groans that you used to make. Okay, so nice and slowly, ready to start the rest of your day. We're going to come up. If you've enjoyed this, if you could just give it a thumbs up. I'll put thanks for the video in the comments. Let's come up. Let's notice how you feel. Have a little bit of a shake around. How do you feel? So well done for showing up for your body today, looking after your joints, your muscles. Really good work. Well done. It's going to help your posture. It's going to help the way that your body moves and functions. So fantastic work. Well done. And I shall see you in the next video.